Hey, 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 Yogi family. I hope we are well. My name is Amy. If we have not met me already, we are going to go through a super short practice focusing on the shoulders and a little bit of the neck. So these are some wonderful exercises you can incorporate into a daily routine. If you're someone like me that wakes up with super stiff shoulders and neck every single day, these are things that I do every single day to support that stiffness, to release some tension. So we're going to start in a tabletop position, so making your way down to your hands and knees. So just take a second and bring those knees in line with the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. Now our first exercise is going to be shoulder rolls. So we want to think about the creases of the elbows, turning in and facing each other. So making these slight rotations in the arms to allow those elbow creases to turn inward. We then really want to spread the fingers and ground through the knuckles. Now it's up to you whether you have the toes tucked under or not, stretching through the feet at the same time. Now once we've found that position of the elbows, we're then going to slowly begin to roll those shoulders back. So we'll start rolling those shoulders back and allowing any other movement that naturally happens with the body happen here. And you may hear a little crunching, a little cracking going on. As long as it's not painful, then welcome it. So we're rolling those shoulders back. We're releasing some fascia in the shoulder girdle here. Now, if it's taking a little while to get used to that motion, you can always support yourself by bringing hips to heels and imagine you're pressing into that floor, elbow creases facing each other, and begin to find that motion just here. And once you've built a little familiarity, you can then begin to plant the hands and try and apply it in the same way here. Now we're going to change our direction, so we're going to begin to roll those shoulders forward. Again, may feel a little alien. So just exploring the body here. There may be a gentle bend in the elbows as well as we're rolling those shoulders forward. Take a couple more rotations. Lovely. And let's find a nice neutral spine. Wonderful. So that left hand is going to come slightly closer into the midline as we're going to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Spread the fingers and open the chest. As we exhale, we're going to thread that right arm underneath the left, soften onto the right shoulder, relax the head and neck. Now we will move dynamically, so press into that grounded left hand. We're going to come back up, reaching that right arm all the way back up. Spread the fingers, open the chest, exhale, thread the needle, thread that right arm through. Two more like this, moving with your breath. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, threading through. One more. Inhale, reaching. Now exhale, we're going to come to a hold. So we'll thread that right arm through, relax into the shoulder, head and neck. Take a moment here and just redistribute your balance. So make sure not all of that weight is resting on that right knee. Maybe we reach that left arm forward. And we're breathing here. Let's send that breath into the belly. Draw that belly in as we exhale. If you're searching for any more sensation, you're welcome to extend that left leg out. Active in the foot and allowing the crease behind the back of that left knee to press towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Slowly unraveling, bring that left hand back towards the face. We'll press into that hand, we'll reach that right arm back up. As we're reaching, let's take some nice circles with that right wrist. Really elaborate with the fingers, change direction. And let's meet back through center. Wonderful. Other side to go. So now right hand will come a little closer into that midline. Inhale, we'll reach that left arm up, spread the fingers, open the chest. Exhale, thread that left arm through, relax to the shoulder, soften head and neck. Moving dynamically, synchronized breath and movement, press into that right hand. We reach, inhale. Exhale, we thread. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, we'll come into a hold. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, threading through. Soften to that shoulder, relax the head and neck. Maybe we reach that right arm forward, up on tented fingertips. We breathe here. Establish your breath, maybe rooting in the belly. Drawing that belly in as we exhale. Check in with that distribution of weight across the knees. And if you did so on the other side, you can begin to extend that right leg nice and long. Crease behind the knee, pressing towards the ceiling. One more moment here. Beautiful. Let's unravel. Draw that right knee back in if you took that option. Right hand back towards the face. Let's press to that hand. Let's reach that left arm up. Nice circles in that left wrist. Elaborate with the fingers. Change direction. Let's draw ourselves back to center. Wonderful. Okay, finding puppy pose. So we want those knees and hips to stay directly aligned. And we'll begin to walk those hands forward. Now, personally, I like to go a little wider. Pretty much the same width as my mat, still spreading the fingers and sinking that chest, the sternum down towards the ground. We can relax the forehead while the hips are still nice and high towards the ceiling. Or maybe even we can rest the chin. I want us to think about those shoulders coming away from the ears. We are breathing here. Nice, deep, nourishing breaths. Now we're going to move dynamically with our breath. So as we inhale, create some space between the chest, the forehead, and the ground. As we draw that chin into the chest, gaze between the knees, and we round through the back. So we feel this lengthening happening, maybe through the armpits and the sides of the waist. As we exhale, we begin to sink that sternum and the chest back down towards the floor. Inhale, we create that space between our chest and the floor, gaze between the knees, round through the back. Exhale, sinking the chest back down. Moving through a few like this. Inhaling. Rounding through, exhaling, sinking that chest back down. 3 more on your own. Synchronizing breath and movement. Keep thinking about those shoulders coming away from the ears as we sink the chest down. We have 1 more here. Wonderful. Now let's press into the hands, create that space 1 more time. This time we'll round all the way through, softening the pelvis and the hips towards the floor. Bend the elbows as we lower the belly and the chest to the mat. I'm just going to reshuffle back here. Okay, so we'll work into a nice shoulder stretch, one of my personal favorites. So reaching that left arm out to the left, palm slightly higher than the shoulder. Spread the fingers. We bend into that right leg, press into that right hand as we roll onto that left shoulder, planting that right foot just behind the crease of the left knee and relaxing the head and neck here. Now we can use this right hand as a lever to explore our depth on this left side. Also, we can use it to ease out. So really listening to your body, breathing here. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Deep, nourishing breaths. If you'd like to add in, you can sweep that right arm around the back. Option 1. And if that feels okay and you still like to search for more sensation, you're welcome to draw both knees towards the ceiling. Now it's just settling with the option that works the best for you. Opening through that left shoulder. Let's take a big breath in together. Big sigh out through the mouth. Wonderful. Nice and slowly we'll unravel the body, coming back onto our bellies. Now just take a moment, draw that left hand into the chest. Both elbows point to the ceiling. Relax the forehead. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Lovely. Now we'll explore the right side. So reaching that right arm out to the right now, palm slightly higher than the shoulder. We bend into the left leg, press into the left hand as we roll to that right shoulder, planting that left foot behind the crease of the right knee. We can relax the head and neck here. Again, using this left hand as a lever now to explore the right side. So maybe taking a moment to observe any differences from the left to right without any judgment, closing down the eyes maybe. Breathing. Deep nourishing breaths. And if you'd like to add in and did so on the other side, then maybe thinking about that left hand coming around the back. And if you're still searching for a little more sensation, right leg can plant, knees up to the ceiling. And settling with the version that suits you best. Opening up through that right shoulder. Taking one more big breath, inhale together. Big sigh out through the mouth. And gently rolling onto your belly. Take a moment, take your time. Right hand will come into the chest, elbows point to the ceiling, forehead rests. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Wonderful. Now we're going to bring the hands nice and wide. So outside of the mat, propping up on tented fingertips, elbows can point towards the ceiling. Let's take a moment to press into the tops of the feet, lifting up through the kneecaps, activating through the quads, and drawing that tailbone under, gentle squeezing in the glutes. Now we're going to press into the fingers as we inhale, launch that chest nice and high, shoulders stay away from the ears. Exhale, we dip that right shoulder into the midline, gazing over that left elbow. Inhale, let's come back through center. Exhale, left side dips in as we gaze over that right elbow. Moving through a few of these, inhale through center. Exhale, dipping that right shoulder in. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale through center. Now as we come into the right, let's stay here a second and see if we can bring in some circles. So again, it may feel a little alien, making circles with that right shoulder, both directions. Maybe a little crunching. Lovely, let's press into the fingertips. Let's come back through center, inhale. Left side, dip the left shoulder in and we find those circles. Changing direction. Last time, we'll press into the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, let's lower all the way down. Lovely, hands come into the chest. We press into the hands, the knees and the shins as we press hips to heels, coming into your Balasana Child's Pose. Now, maybe you'd like to separate the knees a little wider. Big toes stay touching together. Maybe we're resting the forehead. Maybe even the hands are coming back to the heels as we drop the shoulders and really allow them to relax here. And feeling the breath press against the thighs. Closing down the eyes. Really feel the breath expand into the back body. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Lovely. And each vertebrae at a time, let the head and arms be heavy. We'll roll up to a seated position. Take your time. And once the gaze lifts, let's bring the palms facing the ceiling, hands resting on the thighs. And we can roll those shoulders back a couple of times. Let them slide down the back. Now, if it's really uncomfortable for you to sit hips to heels, you're welcome to throw a cushion underneath there, see if it helps a little, or shifting the hips to one side and sitting in another comfortable seat that suits you better. We'll just come into some rolls in the head and neck. So dropping that chin into the chest. Or take a semicircle first. So right ear will come down to right shoulder, relaxing those shoulders completely. Inhale back through center. Left ear, left shoulder. This time, inhale, going round to the right, and then continuing in a full circle, coming all the way back. Exhaling, left ear, left shoulder. Come back through center. Let's go all the way to the left. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. All the way back. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Back through center. Lovely. One more over to the right. Inhaling. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And last one over to the left. Inhale. All the way back. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. We'll meet with that chin, drawing into the chest. Lovely. Maybe even applying a gentle weight to the head, interlacing hands, cupping the base of the skull, and rounding the back. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Lovely. Release the hands and slowly draw that gaze up. Lovely. We'll take 3 final breaths together here. As we inhale, we're going to press those hands onto the thighs as we squeeze those shoulders up to the ears. Draw that chin into the chest, barely draws in. And as we exhale, we exaggerate the drop of the shoulders, sigh the breath through the mouth. 2 more like this. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders up to the ears. Press the hands to the thighs. Exhale, really let that go. Last time, we're going to hold it for a little bit longer. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders up. Hold that breath. Chin draws in, barely draws in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Whenever you are ready, really exaggerating that release. Lovely. And if it's part of your practice, hands come together, heart center, as we take a moment of gratitude to honor all that we are and all that there is. Thank you very much for joining me for this short little practice. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe. It really supports my channel. And I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.